Good morning, students. Welcome back to our class. Today we are going to start with our session. Uh, that is nothing but the strategist pressure on R&D. Uh, I hope students were good and fine. First, we'll see and have a look here. What do we mean by strategic pressure on R&D? See here in the screen, it has been mentioned clearly the common parlance of it. The need to develop or improve products and production processes is met by the research and development, that means R&D function. The more important innovation is to the strategy of the organization. The more implementation will require consideration of strategic issue in R&D. So here it means totally why R&D is important. The need to develop or improve the products and productions. Whatever the productions will be there, whatever the process or whatever the need of the product is there to bring some modification or adding the features or removing the out outdated things. So all these things will be considered in strategic issues in R&D. So here we'll go for the strategic. That means that the word technology derived from the Greek word techie. Techie means an art or skill or craft. According to the Oxford Dictionary, defines technology as the application of scientific knowledge for practical purpose, especially in industry. In a particular industry, what we are going to see, that means whatever the specialization will be there, we are going to work on it. Coming for the classification of companies' technology based from R&D perspective. So here we are having four technologies. One is the core technologies, another one complementary technologies, peripheral technologies, emerging technologies. Now we will learn one by one according to our requirement. Now the first one is the core technologies. What do you mean by core technologies? The core technology is nothing but in these technologies, companies have a greater significance to both laboratories of the R&D department as well as strategic thinking. One example is that photographic technologies are core in photocopying from like computer programs, R programming, computer networks, database, information assurance, web technology. These are the examples. By this, I hope you can understand what exactly it is. Now, coming to our next thing, what is the or the meaning or the work of the core technology? The core technology means any and all technology owned or licensed by a licensor that may be combined with licensees technology for the sale of the product. It means totally it is talking about the consignment, a consignor or a consignee, or a licensor or a licensee. The licensor will provide the goods or the product to the technology persons or the techie persons, and who is purchasing. The person who is purchasing the technology is known as licensee. The person who is providing the technology is known as a licensor. There will be an agreement between the uh, licensor and licensee. So that is called that core technology is taking place. Core technology means xenon-most technology out other than xenon-most methods. Core xenon-most technology. These are the word where it is going to be takes place. For example, these are the example of a bank. In a bank, what are the outdated or the core technologies are needed? We need the branch is there, ATMs will be there, self-service will be there, social media interaction, messenger, chat box, video trailer, all these are the email, web, mobile, data analysis, all these are the core technology of a bank. Now we will go for the next one, that is the complementary technologies. Complementary technologies is helpful in product development. Whatever the new things should have to be added in the product or removed in the product, this complementary technology will help to the company. For example, microprocessor technology and paper handling technology are used as complementary technology in photocopying the form. Now, see, you may have seen that whenever a new product is taking place to change it, they need to remove all those things. That means whatever the things are having the defects. So first they will make the blueprint on the paperwork, then they'll utilize the technology and they'll go for the photocopying, and it will be take out and kept in front of the decision maker. So all this is a process where every company is working, focusing and maintaining on it. Now the main technologies of the biometrics, if you have seen in the colleges or in the education sector and big companies nowadays, they are taking the attendance via biometrics and palm print recognition. Sometimes they will keeping the palm, or they will keeping the finger recognition, or hand geometry, and sometimes dynamic signatures will be there, and sometimes vascular pattern recognition will be there. Iris, that means eye retina will be there, or the voice recording will be there. Sometimes the face recognition will be there. All these are the comes under the complementary uh, technology. Speaker recognition will be there. So complementary technologies are for the palm print and fingerprint recognition will be the hardware sensor that went along with it capacitive, optical, ultrasound, and thermal. For hand geometry and the complementary technology is a charge coupled device CCD. We used to say it as CCD. Okay, we used to say it as CCD. Yeah, CCD device will be there, which takes a picture of the hand, turns it into a 3D image. If you have seen, that means what are the things nowadays, if you go in the big companies or big organizations, they are utilizing this kind of technologies. Coming for the another term, for dynamic signature, the uh, complementary, there are special PDAs and tablets. There will be a recognition, dynamic signatures will be there, that will be known. It will be used mostly in the uh, scientific era or scientific organizations where some things will be hidden, or something will be confidential, we can say. So all these things, this kind of security purpose and technology will be used in those era. And coming to the face recognition, has special digital cameras take high definition 3D images of the face. See, nowadays in America and big European Union countries, they are utilizing the face recognition. Now, what is happening? Even though after having the face recognition, also they are some other people are copying the face, like the mask or some other duplicate face, and they are going for it. But because of this, again they want to go for the speaker, that means voice recording, or eye retina. All these things are coming for the security purpose. Every peoples are going to bring the development or changes in the organization. So the data whichever they are collecting and they are utilizing it, it should be a influence in the confidential way. So to keep in a confidential way, the employees are the people who are working within the company. They are utilizing it depending upon the usage of the data. So they are focusing mostly on the technologies like face recognition, speaker recognition, and general experience, or some other technologies like eye retina, fingerprints, biometric, etc. Yeah. Finally, for speaker recognition, there are voice recognition software and microphone systems that capture sound in high definition. So all these things, this complementary technology in general, are very expensive, and usually to the people do not have this technology except in the instant of voice recognition software, where most phones now have it. So as you may know that when we are utilizing this all 3G now, 3D or 4D or maybe, people are utilizing these technologies even though it is very expensive in the market. But this technology is useful for security purpose in the organization where it is working towards the software as well as the hardware within the phone or mobile or the system. Now, see, these are the examples: the internet, wireless and landlines, computers, tablets, smartphones, cloud computing, facial recognition technologies, fingerprint identification technologies, iris recognition technology, vocal recognition technology, hand finger geometry technology, palm vein authentication system, what see, security system, ATMs, kiosks, laptops, login control. All these are the things which comes in the complementary technology. Yes. Now here is one example of the picture. We can say these are the complementary goods, means car and tires. For your explanation, I have taken this picture. See, different brands and different models are comes under the substitute goods. We need a car. Car is what? A vehicle which is used for transportation for a person or group of people from one place to another place, depending on the condition and time. So we are having different models and brands in the market. But what is necessary? What is complementary goods here? Car and tires. Tires are important for all the cars. Even though if you are taking BMW, or if you are going for Ferrari, if you are going for i10, or for any like Rolls Royce or what it may, or Ford cars, any cars, the complementary issue, the main good is the tire should be there for the all the cars. This is the complementary goods or technology which is totally utilized in organization for the fulfilling the basic need of organization with security. Now we'll go for next technology, that is peripheral technology. It will work like security to the product, software for editing, adding, yes, security adding features, product modification, etc. See, what is the main work of this technology is, it's nothing much, it's a work like security to the product. Whatever we are saving the data, like for example in the college the biometric will be there. I can go and uh, give my fingerprint, but whereas other students they can't come and give it because it has been totally safe. So the security will be there, security within the biometric machine will be there. So all these technologies known as peripheral technologies for editing if you want to add. So even though as a faculty of ISL college I don't have any right to add some other idea unless and until I don't know the password or the technical term. So like that the security will be there for all the products of software, either for editing or adding features or modification for the product or removing, uh, adjusting, all these things will be there in the peripheral technology. Now coming to the next point, a computer peripheral is an external device that provides input and output for the computer. So here in the sentence it has been mentioned clearly that the main work of peripheral is it is working like an external device. Output like mouse, uh, keyboard, printer, printouts, whatever it means, Xerox machine is working. That will provide input and output for the computer. Whatever the inputs will be there or outputs will be there, you people are aware of that. For example, a keyboard and mouse are the input peripherals, while a monitor and the printer and are output peripherals. Simple one. Some peripherals such as external hard drives provide both input and output for the computer. So you people have understand, I hope so. Now, what's the main work of it? The peripheral devices is generally defined as any auxiliary device such as computer, mouse or keyboard that connects to and works with the computer in some way. Other examples of peripherals are expansion cards, graphic cards, image scanners, tape drivers, microphones, loudspeakers, webcams, and digital cameras. So all these are the work of peripheral technology. So here, what I want to say here that the strategies of R&D in the technology, that means we are having four technologies. One is the core technology, another is the complementary technology, the third one is the peripheral technology. All these are interrelated to each other, interrelated. Now these are the examples which we are seeing, like the printer, the headphone, or the web camera, the hard disks, or the printer, pen drive, printer, XYZ. These are the examples of the peripheral, including speakers also sometimes. Okay, microphone, mouse, joystick, printer, webcam, etc. All these things are there. Now coming to the last, this is one more example. See, wireless mouse are also coming. So what are the device will be there? What are the instruments? Are the tools? Are the process is there under the mouse? All these things will comes in the whatever the mechanical or technical term will be there. It will comes in the peripheral activity or technology. So I hope students understand. Now we'll go for the next term, that is emerging technology. Yeah, what does it mean? So emerging technology means it will come according to the time and situation. Gradually some features will be added and we will see some new changes in the product. See, in 1944 it was an emerging technology. A few years ago, so was this. It was like this, which you are seeing in the first picture. Now it has, now again telephone was there. Another example, the wireless mobile came, but button system was there. Again, what happened? Smartphone came, so laptops came. So all these things are new technologies came. That means changes within the technology, either towards the software or towards the hard part. So all these things are the new changes which are coming in future. The changes which are in need or which are usable or utilized in futures are known as emerging technology in common balance. Now we'll go for these other examples where you can see here, and I want to tell you, yeah, this is one I want to tell you here, guys. Yeah. coming to the emerging technologies. Emerging technologies are the new to the firm. They may be useful in long term for its product in future. Keep in mind, emerging technology is a term generally used to describe a new technology, but it may also refer to the continuing development of an existing technology. It can have a slightly different meaning when used in different areas such as media, business, science, or education. So what does it mean? Totally, this emerging technology, that means you may have seen that it is an existing technology. It has slightly different meaning when used in different areas such as media. It is used to call it a different name or different way in business, in science, or education. New things we are going to add are adding the features to our product. So these are the 30 technologies of the next decade are coming. These are the new things which are going to be implemented. This will come in the emerging technologies. Now we'll go for the next term, that is the technology leverages. According to the field, the levels of R&D, research and development department, are classified into two groups. The first one is R&D for maintenance and R&D for growth. See, when we are having the research and development, we need the department should have to be maintained properly, and it should have to be a growth should be there in future. Then only we use to call it as these are the leverages of the technologies. Maintaining is important. Now, if you are not maintaining in a proper way, then after a time being our product or the technology will not work. Again, there should be a growth. Gradual growth should be there. If you are utilizing the same technology again, it will get bored, and functions will not. More functions are the new technologies or the ideas will not be adopted. Then it will be a full stop of our technology in future. So we will learn what do you mean by R&D for maintenance and R&D for growth one by one. So now first we will go for the R&D maintenance. Again, this R&D and maintenance are divided into two groups. One is the survival research, second one is the competitive research. What do you mean by survival research? Survival activities undertaken at the time of leaving the business. Under such situation, the R&D department act as a reactive problem solver and verify the short-term survival against the product or the process technological issues. See what is happening here in the survival activity. When the company or the business is leaving or when it is coming to the decline level, so these people's R&D department will act as an reactive problem solver. So they will identify the problem and they will take take the problem and they will try to verify it within a short span of time against the product or the system or the services. Then they will identify the solution and they will work on it. Now coming to the competitive research, this activity is conducted when a decision is made to sustain the business. See, when the situation will come in such a situation when the business are in need to sustain their business, that means the situation will come in the company or in the organization that they have to take the decision either we should have to continue or not. Such sustained situations will be the taken place by the competitive research peoples. So in this situation, whenever this kind of situations are coming, research and development need to maintain the relative competitive technologies position through product and process improvement. That means whenever the products are in need, whenever the process will be there, there should be an improvement. So to bring the changes in the product or in the services or process, this competitive research will be utilized. Now we will go for the next term, that is the R&D for growth. Again, R&D for growth, that means research and development growth is divided into two groups. R&D growth, I mentioned here, OWTH, yes, growth, control S, yeah. Now, what are those? The first one is the technology mastery. Second one is the break the mold. So first we will go with the technology mastery. What does it mean? It is used to maintain the incremental growth of a business in a strong position. Technology mastery activities undertaken which involves product, process, and services improvement related to the competition. Yeah, see what will happen in this technology mastery. There should be, it is utilized to maintain the incremental growth. There should be incremental growth of the business should be there. And how that growth should be, the growth in such, it should be strong position towards the technology. That means it should have to create a strong position internally as well as externally with the help of the technology. So the master activity is it undertaken which involves product and process improvement related to the competition. In the competition, what regarding our product, our process or services, we are how strong we are and what are the things are needed. So either the technology what we are using it is available in the market or with other competitors or not. We have to identify that and we have to work on it. Yeah. Coming to the breakdown, it is used when the aim of the business is to create a technological advantage. A higher level of creativity and novelty is needed. So, a great level of scientific research is developed. I repeat, master technology is used for working with the competition people. Coming to the breakdown, it is used when the aim of the business, that means when the businessman or the company want to grow its technology in the advanced or the high level of creativity, then this level of creativity or activity will comes in the break the mold. They will remove, that means they will go beyond the laws also. Sometimes the rules and regulations they have to cross, or it will be sometimes it will be limited further. So in the competition world, if I take an example of European Union, now they are crossing these limits also, break the mold, and they are every country is focusing on the technology development for their country. So I hope students you understand what do you mean by uh, strategies of technology R&D and what are the technological leverages. So first one, today we have talked about the leverages of the R&D department and strategies, that means what are the strategic pressure on R&D. So these two topics we have completed. By this we have completed our first unit in innovation management. Inshallah from tomorrow onwards we are going to start with second topic. Please mention your attendance in the comment box. Have a nice day.